Have to keep an eye out for storms in the morning. If they do manage to come through, we are looking at the potential for heavy rainfall, even torrential downpours, even some large hail threats. That's if everything can get organized off to our northwest. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. As you can see, a couple areas of storms in the Dakotas as well as Minnesota. If these are able to get organized, they could flow towards us into early tomorrow with some stronger activity. Right now, it's still a wait and see game if we're able to get that activity organized enough to provide a good round of storms in the early morning hours. That's why we sit at a 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. This is basically right near I-39 and west. As you can see, torrential rainfall and large hail would be the threats in the areas highlighted in green here. That's basically from Monroe to Freeport to Sublette and west of that line. So as you look at future track, about 7 o'clock in the morning, that's when you should be keeping an eye on the 13 Weather Authority app. That's when we do have some spotty thunderstorm activity coming through. You can see later on in the morning, maybe even around a stronger activity right over Rockford. We'll have to just see if that's able to pan out, but that is kind of the basic threat here, is there could be these little pockets of strong storms that come through during those morning hours. Should clear out after 9, and then we're pretty dry for the remainder of the day, and that's going to allow temperatures to really climb then. So 70s overnight as we wait for the storms to arrive a little closer to sunrise, and then throughout the course of the day, temperatures heating up fast. Expecting to see the haze out, so as a result, temperatures will spike up a little bit more. Still have 90s in the forecast, and as you can see, that heat index up to the triple digits by the middle of the afternoon. So the humidity climbs even more than it did today. That's why we're looking at that heat index up well into the upper 90s, if not the 100s, rather than stopping at about 90 to 95 like we saw as of this afternoon. Now, into tomorrow afternoon, there is a low chance that we see another round of storms. I do think this is going to set up a lot closer to Lake Michigan. It's why they're at a 2 out of 5 for severe weather. If we're able to get afternoon storms going, they could bring in some strong winds as well as some large hail. But again, kind of waiting and seeing how the morning round goes and if we stay clear enough in the afternoon to get that second round of storms later on in the day. We definitely don't avoid the heat, though. After a day near 100 with the heat index, we'll see that again on Thursday as well as Friday. So plenty of heat just around the corner, and it's just going to continue to ramp up from there. Air temperatures in the 90s, again, feeling like 104 at times on Friday. By Friday evening, could be seeing some more storms that may carry on into Saturday as a cold front comes through, but look what happens to our temperatures. We're down into the mid-80s. That's near average for this time of year, and we'll hold on to that into next week. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, not seeing too much heat in that long-range forecast. Lots of middle to low 80s, which sounds kind of cool compared to the weather that we're about to get into. In the 4-degree guarantee, I think the wildfire haze kept things just a little cooler today, but you know what? We managed to stay on the dartboard. Cash total approaching $250, hoping to get there tomorrow.